They're taking out both heroes there. Inch and Coddle.
Yeah, no, they didn't enjoy
They
that.
don't want to face them. Okay. Just that Striker Radical gets too much to clutch there. And Viper, Banner, Normal, and Underlord. Okay, Cthulhu. So can we start predicting Cthulhu's bans? Like, as in their entirety?
How
So
much?
Does this mean they're gonna pick? Does this mean they're gonna pick Lynx again?
No, they're gonna pick
Oh,
Sand.
that was they didn't pick Lynx.
They're gonna
They
pick Sand.
picked-
They're just gonna do it. Deal with it.
Ogre. I like it.
Ooh,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying on the side of Cthulhu. Is Cthulhu picking
Cthulhu's
Lynx
taking
this
Sand.
time? Because I mean, TKP usually they don't ban it, pick it. So are they opening it for Cthulhu, saying go for it? We know what to do to counter it, or they just say no, we can't deal with Inch and Coddle anymore. They were way too much for us to handle.
Okay.
Oh, Coddle. Okay, no Coddle this time for the complete slider for spam or whatnot. Do you keep your slider pick here if you are TKP? Because they did. I think you did really well. They did really well in the bottom lane for the first little while.
Yeah, it didn't do badly. I mean, look, the problem I think in that game really it was the top lane with the way that the spec got frozen out and the way the Enchantress and especially the Centaur snowballed and started running away with it, which is a pun related to Centaur's ultimate. If you didn't catch that, I like the way that Cthulhu's getting all the kind of like last game they just were so mobile. You know, they were running around, blinking around, slaughter fisting around, you know, void spurting around. I feel like I like the way they did that. Ogre's got nice. Obviously, he's got the lockdown. There's a pun about how terrible life is at the moment under coronavirus. And then they just picked a Sven. So like, there's nice. I like the way Sven can also pick up the speed and get involved and obviously deal high damage. But yeah, again, I'm interested to see if Cthulhu just go that same mobile route.
And they're two big boys as well. Ogre and Sven, they're two big boys. They're going to require a lot of damage being put into them before they get taken out. As we see Grimstroke coming out. Nice. I like Grimstroke. Very good hero. So now, okay, let's go for some cool. Okay, Doom ban offlane again. So Underlord ban, Doom ban. Do you ban? You don't want to ban Centaur if you're Cthulhu because you had a great time with him. Do you think you go Centaur again here? So after that run pun was made at the Stampede? Very good. Who do you ban here? Who do you... I always... Okay, Darkseid ban out. I'm surprised TKB haven't opted to ban for that Voice first. I mean, they could go for it again. Why not? It worked last game. Unless they really don't want to. They've got the Invoker of Flamiki to ban as well. The boy's been on point lately. Doing very, very well.
Yeah, Flamiki is really, let's say he's on fire.
No.
But he's, you know, look, if they put the Void Spirit or I mean, you say he's obviously an Invoker player. I know that someone can play Invoker. You usually don't want to play against their Invoker. His Void Spirit was pretty catastrophically diabolical for the opposition. I would
also, sorry to interrupt you there, but
no, please.
Void's also played by Tutu on the side of TKP, so it could be a pick to double whammy, pick it, and then it's a ban out. But I do hear you on that Invoker side, 100% with you.
I quite like the idea though. If you say that they do have they also like the Void Spirit. Why not ban the Invoker, pick the Void Spirit, and see if you can psych them out a little bit and you know get
just
to game 3 and hopefully win the task, pick one and pick them again. You know,
you just mess around a little bit, get in the head, say we can play this as well, and see how they try to deal with it. I mean, Grimstroke Silence is quite nice against that, but I mean, if that Void Spirit does get a bit out of hand, you can see we saw first time. Okay, there we go. They ban that out. They don't want to.
No.
Don't want to deal with it. So now, probably going to see a spec and or Invoker ban on the side of CKP after that. Cthulhu, I mean, maybe they just want to ban heroes they just don't want to play against. Your sort of AM. They don't want to play against an AM. Or maybe they don't want to play against a Riki, you know, little annoying heroes they just don't want to deal with at all. See, they're taking a while with this ban. Not into reserve time yet, obviously. Still have their 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Going into reserve time for this. Just discussing probably what their next pick is going to be. Probably don't really mind. I mean, at this point, I guess you're sitting there going, okay, what are we going to pick next? And then whatever we're going to pick next, let's ban something out now that is going to be a mission for it. So maybe taking a little bit longer there just to discuss that sort of strat. But yeah, there's two big beefy boys, Ogre and Sven. You're going to want to put damage into them or punish them early enough that they aren't too much of a problem. Because they haven't got the... On the side of Sven, he's in a Monkey King band out. I would have liked a monkey on the side of Cthulhu, actually. I guess you also want to get a hero or 2 heroes or even 3 more that pair nicely with Grimstroke's ult. Your Legion Commanders, your Pugners. Pugner, we saw a great game with the Pugner Grim. That was horrible. With the life drain and Dagons on the Grim Alt is something special. Very, very difficult to deal with. I wonder if they're going to pick Pugner. Just had that random little thought right now. Decrypt, very nice against Sven. PL banned out. When last did you play a PL, Mr. German?
Phantom Lancer. Jeez, I'd have to go deep into the history books. Probably late, like at 1 a.m. between the hours of 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. Solo stacking. Because obviously when I play with my friends, I play support exclusively, so I'm of use and I'm not completely worthless in the arena. But yeah, probably a good couple years ago, Gasgarth, I wouldn't lie. Necro banned out. I mean, when's the last time you played a Necro?
About a day ago. Necro's
yeah, exactly.
a hero, man.
Okay, Razor coming in.
Nice.
I like
nice
that.
Little pick up there. I mean, he can play safe off or mid. Probably going to be mid to safe. I mean, or mid to off rather. You're still wondering here if you're TKP. You don't know who's going where. Ember could be any lane. Razor could be any lane. Pretty much only your Grim is known for now. They've opened up early with that Sven. I wonder if that's going to be a little sneaky tactic they've got. Something funny with their Sven, or they just decided, no, we know how to farm with him, we know how to make him R1, and he can carry a game for us easily.
Absolutely. I mean, I think in the last game with the spec, they had to bide their time. They had to kind of delay the game, and with the Sven and Ogre, at least so far with their picks, they have the ability so far to take the game to Cthulhu, which I think is what they were lacking in the last game. They were kind of waiting for those level 6s, and those long cooldowns on those ultis kind of led to them being, having to wait for the fights, whereas Cthulhu could just snowball. Now, okay, there's the axe. I like that pick.
3 big boys, but one thing must be said, These are all melee boys. Razor doesn't mind this.
I was thinking about this Razor, Grimstroke. I mean, especially Razor. Now I was thinking, as long as Razor doesn't get caught out. But I mean, perhaps like I was just talking about the fact that TKP probably want to take this game to Cthulhu. They don't want to sit back. They need to be aggressive. They need to take control of the game. So Axe does help with that. Okay, Snapfire in the game.
Okay. Oh, they've got an early pick.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a nice pick. They got a lot of stun, a lot of lockdown. So yeah, I mean, line's always a strong support for me. I don't really see when a line doesn't apply, to most situations.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, great control here as well.
TA ban out over here. That's a good ban.
Nice.
It's a very good ban. I think TA. I hadn't thought of it yet, but I mean, I think TA would have been a real problem against this TKP draft. Zeus ban out there. I don't know. What are you thinking for the last bans at Gascott? Let's see if you've got the crystal ball in front of you.
Crystal ball. Okay, so I mean, who are you looking for here? This is difficult for TKP because who's going into what lane? I mean, you can just ban Invoker. Why not? I mean, Famiki plays it. Maybe it's not going to be a Razor safe or whatever. I wouldn't do it. Okay, Wind also another mid.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And if you're on the side of Cthulhu, you're going to want to ban out a mid laner here. Probably someone ranged. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go. I don't know who plays Invoker on TKP. I mean, why not even a Deucer? I mean, quite a farmy hero. I wouldn't mind seeing a Deucer ban actually. I don't know about things like a DK. I mean, it could handle itself, but I think it does. I mean, it's another strong, beefy boy that follows the pattern they've been going with so far if they were to pick a DK. But you are going to be sitting with sort of 3 to 4 melee then.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think they don't want to be sitting with a 4 melee lineup. But at the same time, I mean, they've got a lot of tankiness. I like the early game of the hero, Storm Spirit ban out there, which is that's a good ban. I think Storm Spirit zipping around would have been a problem.
Yes, they are. Okay, so I mean that would be another nice melee range, mid-ranged. I mean, Wingon, I don't think they play Invoker on the side of CKP. I haven't seen that personally. They got a few seconds here to work with. Legion.
Okay.
Are we gonna see I mean, they're big, strong boys, eh? They are big, strong boys on the side of TKP. Only Lions really pick offable if all goes well in their laning phase.
Yeah.
Cthulhu here. So TKP also think they're opting for a mid laner. They got a long while. They got a full minute 30 to think this one through.
Yeah, I don't know what I would play against this. I feel like, again, I mean, TKP can take the game to Cthulhu nicely with this lineup. I'm thinking,
about
how
getting
would you respond to a Legion now? I mean, what kind of disable would you like? Do you feel like this draft on the Cthulhu side can deal with that?
What about? Yes, I'm with you. But Arc Warden could be. It's a nice range with a DK with the Void.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a safe lane Void with Grim, Razor.
Mid, I think. I think Razor's going to go mid.
Yeah, then Razor. Okay.
Oh, I'm not
Void
sure.
mid.
As far as I can
Unless
tell,
they're changing up, unless Flamiki is opting out of the mid lane and wants to get a bit of a safe lane game going for himself here.
no, possible, very possible. I'm not sure if they do switch up in past games, if they have done that. Yeah, I don't know. Who are you picking out of this draft? I mean, it's looking quite interesting. I quite like it. This looks like it could be a fun game. Lots of fighting. I feel like TKP's got a nice engagement, but I worry about the fact that they might be chasing around and taking damage, from a bit of range.
Yeah, I mean,
If they
so I
don't tank
guess
up.
the range matchup's going to favor the Void. You can just backtrack off a lot of that damage, but in the same breath, if your Legion gets a few pickups on the scrim with an early blink or blade mail, I actually quite like Cthulhu's draft here. But if this Axe gets its early blink and Legion and Axe are able to make space for this Madara Sven, look, we have got the Legion ulti with Lion Finger.
Yeah.
Dual Finger is a nice little combo that they could work with. I'm trying to just see what wins they have there. I'm interested if Flamiki's going to go mid with this Void. I mean, if he is, who's he going to be against? Is it going to be... Are people just changing their lanes up entirely? Or are they just opting for non-normal mid laners to pit in the mid lane? Void will be a nuisance in mid, though, I imagine, with the Time Warp just talking off every little bit of damage in the past few seconds. I do think I like the idea of how tanky they are. I mean, you do have to put in a lot of damage on the side of Cthulhu, but I mean, Void can put in a lot of damage. If he gets that MKB to Ags, Constant Sleight of Fist, Grimstroke ulti, Mortimer's Kiss is coming in, it's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued as to how this game's going to turn out. I'm pulling for TKP this game. Again, I think they've, I really want to see them extend the, get a win under their belt, and I feel like they can. I like their lineup, and I mean, if I was playing this game in a pub, and I don't mean that by a bar, I mean that like in a public Dota match, then I would. Yeah, thank you very much. I would want to be playing on the side of TKP. I like the look of what they have. I love it when you have that much lockdown, you have that much stun, they can just kind of engage and hopefully win a couple fights. If they get the pick-offs, like you say, they've got a lot of tanky guys. Gives them a bit of leeway. I always enjoy that, especially if you've taken quite a, it was a tough game one loss. I think you tank up your draft, give you a little bit of, a little bit of space in case you do, in case they are coming at you to get an early game to get you, you feel a bit more secure in your early game. So, Ward coming out to top.
100%. I'm with you in that laning phase. I think it looks like it's going to be a Legion Void mid.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. I wonder if he's going to go for that maxing the overwhelming odds, or if he's going to just rely on the moment of courage passive proccing. I mean, Void's going to time walk a lot of these damage off. If overwhelming odds is spammed out.
Yeah.
I think for the first sort of few levels it's going to go Legion favored, but I mean like very early on, till level 3-ish, then I think it's going to be a bit of a nice win for Void. We just do see a nice little 2-2 runes, not nearly as active as it was last game.
They've just changed their lanes. They've obviously they've gotten a look, I think, or they've really thought it. That's interesting, but they've just quickly
Because they don't want their Sven to be playing against this Razor. They just snap that double melee, double range rather.
Yeah, no, that's smart. That's smart.
Legion opting for a press the attack level 1.
Interesting.
Used to seeing a... So that works out from there. We do have static link popped up. Stolen 25 damage. I mean, this is... Axe is going to have damage stolen here, but he's still going to be able to rely on that counter helix with the pure damage at least.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that does kind of mitigate that somewhat. Whereas, yeah.
Nice big wave coming in mid here. So, I mean, I feel like if you had a moment of courage here, you could regen a lot of HP here, but still, it's working out for him nicely enough, you know? Word diving in deep, level 2 picked up. There we go. Moment of courage picked up at level 2. Top lane Ogre just being a nuisance, just putting his big body in the way of his safe lane himself. I mean, Razor coming a little bit too close in there. Axe looking to walk towards him. Has been at the level 1 battle hunger. Popping it now as Razor is doing damage. 23 damage, not the end of the world there for one. Pop a little bit with the last hit, deny a few from that. Axe there. Could see, oh, you can see an early stick pick up on both of them. Very nicely played. That battle hunger going to be giving them a nice little bit of HP each time. As you see, Flamaki is up 9-0 to the 6-2 of the Legion in mid lane. Pretty standard stuff here. Just dual melee mid. No one, neither of them really wanting to do too much here. Sorin picked up by the Legion. Top lane, Sven is, this is exactly why they changed it. I mean, we got that Ignite on the Ogre, just keeping Escanor's Ember well away.
He just trade some big hits, yeah. You know, he's such a tanky support. Here comes a stun from the Sven. He's going to take him. He's been slowed, ignited. Oh, he's in trouble. Gets the stun. This is going to be first blood. Surely takes him. Beautiful. Lovely.
Well played there. That's like dodging a tick of damage, but did very nicely there. Well played by... Much better start by TKP. That lane swap has done wonders to them already. Line doing good work bottom here.
I was about to say, you know, there's been quite a tight game, both in all the lanes. Everyone's been quite afraid to seriously, you know, push or dive, and there was a great engagement. Like I was saying, you know, they've just got all that stun. They can just go in, and if the Ember does overcommit, I think Ogre did a great job of baiting, which is what he's doing now, going onto the courier. He's smashing his knife. I love that. We got Sven trying to steal a stack after a pull from Mr. Grimstroke. I'm liking the way they're playing this offlane, you know, disrupting the pool, getting up in their jungle. Now Sven in trouble, he's gonna have to run. Ooh, gets the stun off, but he's looking like he's gonna get taken. He's running. No?
We give a slide up. That Inkswell.
Oh, he gets out there.
Inkswell's record plate is a real nuisance there. Ogre doing nice to distract him from his main man there. It's going to solve now. Trying to
follow no, that's nice, you know. I always believe that if you're in the offlane and you in their heads and disrupting the safe lane farm and the you know, disrupting their stacking and pulling, I think you do.
Bottom lane, the line does die. I'm fully with you there. Yeah, that's one of the big perks about it. If you are off lane and they're not killing you and you're getting levels, well done, you're winning your lane. That safe lane wants to be getting free farm off of you. He wants to be getting kills. He wants to be competing with that. If you're just able to, ooh, you do see deny bottom lane. If you're able to just keep them in your lane, they're not really killing you and they're not contesting every single piece of farm they get. Definitely favorite for you. You do see
bottom, it looks like Axe's in trouble. They're gonna get another kill. No. Just
potentially slightly overextended. Static lane comes out nicely there. I mean, they're contesting up in top lane, like you're speaking about now in this off lane. They're contesting every single pool that Cthulu's trying to make here, doing really, really well with it. I mean, this is the beauty of having those two strong boys. They're not just falling dead.
I mean, look at Ogre. I mean, Ogre's able to. I mean, look, he's taking it quite far, but look at that. He just gets the stun off. He runs. He might get taken here, but at the very least, he is wasting some time. He throws out the ignite. Oh, I think he's going to get taken.
I think he's actually going to get away. He's actually going to be alright.
No, he's going to do it. Oh, man, I think that's great baiting here. That's really
and the whole time, Sven's been farming away happily, saying, thanks for that, I really needed the space. Didn't get this last game, loving it right now.
Absolutely. And the thing
Void
is,
lane, this Void, you know, Void Legion, they're also going for a lot more even CS this game so far. Looking a lot more positive from TKP as bounty runes do come out. We do see Grim get the one, Snap get the other. Alright, so both going in the way of the F for now. Ogre is running down this Grim. Again, this is perfect. He's forcing that Ember to rotate off. Things still coming up onto the
go for him again, and I think he's happy to, even if he dies, he thinks whatever. I'm just yet again coming after me, but this might be the final dance. There it is. I'll take him eventually. But again, you know, I mean, that's kind of what his role is to play. He's the big tanky support who's got the harass. But yeah, nice little kill there. That'll kind of I think Cthulhu will be happy to have gotten that because that ogre was getting a bit cheeky.
Yeah. You also it's a fine balance between when it is worth and when it's not. We do see 6 picked up on both mid laners, so Chrono up and
Oh yeah, they
up.
go in on Razor bottom. He's got the link out. He's dealing some damage.
Just TPing out.
Going
Straight
it
away.
back,
No
so he's
stun
going
there.
to TP
Well
out.
played.
Yeah. Very nice. Like you say, no stun. I mean, this is the big advantage that I really feel TKP have, that they've got so much stun on their side.
Yeah, what do you have in the way of stun on the side of the field? You got Snapfire's cookie. You've got potential void time locks.
Yeah.
As we do see Plasma Field come out. Oh, there we go. But that Snap cookie is looking to just
Ooh,
get
looking
people out.
top. Ember and Sven going for it. Ogre doing the classic move. He's in trouble now though. I think he's going to get caught. Yes, gets him down. And now Sven also.
Needs to be careful here.
No,
Don't
he's
leave
gonna be
yourself
fine.
here. And now Sturdy, this is beginning to... Cthulhu's happy with this. They're happy. This is exactly what I was speaking about a minute and a half ago. If they weren't getting kills, fantastic. We're winning our lane. But even though it is on the Ogre, one more death is okay. I think he just needs to now keep as he was going. This Ink's full up.
Yeah, I think
Sven trying to walk out of it, doesn't have the movement speed for it. And here we go, level advantage.
Sven, yeah, no, that's really not ideal as bottom lane.
With that being said, yep, bottom lane's still going alright here. Legion is winning the mid lane this game so far. Saglin comes out on that line, that is a lot of damage. I think line might be down here.
Nice little cookie, like that.
Plasma.
And surely one more hit, he catches him. Good stuff.
I mean, he's hitting for, what's that, 160 damage now? Right click. Accidentally at 67. He's just deny him out of the lane.
Yeah, now Cthulhu actually starting to get some lane dominance. I mean, they're really coming back nicely. Legion, I mean, it's quite even there in the lane, but he's got quite a few more than nice. Having a good trade here in the mid. Not much in the way of risks being taken, I think, in the mid lane either.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've seen the beauty of those denies there. I mean, Legion's sitting at about 200 away from level 8. With the Void well away, about 500 XP from level 8. So little things are going to snowball for them. I mean, if there was top lane, Inkswell comes out again onto this Ember.
Ogre now, I think, is getting
unlucky.
Is now in danger every time. Double stun though, is it going to work out? Okay, he's going to make it out there, stacking the stuns, but I think he'll just be glad that he's making it out of there okay. I think Ogre is now at the point, having given up a couple of kills today, we've got a level 6 Ember, who's getting some nice farm, he's going to finish off his phase boots, and I think Ogre needs to get his boots up and just make sure he's in. I think he might actually have them in the courier.
100%, as we do see mid lane, this Legion is up on farm. We do see him fighting these illusions of the Void. This is a proper duel in mid lane here. Time walking both out. There we go, that's what I'm worried about. Oh, these time lock procs, man. 24%, I don't buy that. Like Barra's 17%, man.
Yeah, but if it's 17% every time.
And his bottom lane there, Lion could get a kill on this
Razor.
Razor.
Lion's going to take this Razor very nice. That's a good one for TKP. I think he can, very good kill. We got Ogre coming in, just trying to back up. I think maybe he was just making sure in case that Razor was going to get away. But nevertheless, might be nice for them to focus on that bottom lane. As Ember, now he's kind of got this top lane is now his.
I like that he's got himself a bottle as well, because hopefully what you can see, what's going to start happening now is it's going to start leaving him entirely alone. The Scrim's going to start leaving him alone, and he can grab these 10-minute bounty runes on both sides and just sustain himself, while Grim goes towards mid or looks into the bottom lane. As we do see sort of three heroes in mid foot side of CKP in that mid area. Splamiki is...
Okay, they got to make something happen here, but I don't know if they can. He's got the time walk. Okay,
Ogre Fire Blast, just not able to get it off.
Yeah, no, look, I think he might have needed to come on the other side, but was worried to come around him, too close to the tower.
And here we go. I mean, we see Ember sitting here, looking for his phase boots, has his bottle up. Bounty's about to spawn, could get it, opting not to, looking... Oh, I think he's going to see a straight Chrono.
Looks like Axe is going in on the Razor and running. Oh, he's going to make it. Oh, he's taken out.
Good Chrono, Chrono takes out double.
And, Lion doing a good job again. Second kill on the Razor.
Mid lane Ogre is pulling the 3 of them here. Chrono has been expended. It's going with a slight, unlucky. Ogre with the Soul, does still have an Ignite. And Fire Blast.
Oh man, surely they got to get some TPs in here. This is a big dive by 3 heroes. Lion's in again, but he hasn't got too much mana. It's their hits.
No mana, no finger.
Yeah. I
That's
think
alright
they,
then.
yeah, quite lucky to get away with that 3-man dive under tower for that long. They could have used a little
He's in
bit
a
of
TP there for sure.
Yeah, I see. I mean, Axe could have possibly TP'd in. I don't know if it just came up, but they really could have used even Sven, man.
Missing the call on bottom on Axe. As we do see Razor's a static link sitting, sapping him nicely there. I mean, that's another 61 damage that's just out of the way for Axe. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw him starting to just max this battle hunger counter helix, not worrying about any sort of form of right click.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's essentially a double damage rune that he's given Razor there.
Yeah, that's true. He's getting a DD every sort of 30 seconds.
Yeah, no, it's not pretty, and also with the range he has, if the axe hasn't called him or is close enough, I mean, those helixes aren't doing much, so he's losing the damage, and he's not in range for the helix at the same time. So it's becoming a tough lane, I think, with the Razor. But here comes Lion
on the back.
around the back. Oh, with Ogre, there's a lot of stuns. There's a crystal coming out.
Razor ulti comes out. Static link is up there.
Okay, Hex now,
Good
and
hit.
the spike.
Soulbind comes out.
Ooh,
Static link on both.
out. Oh my,
Battlefield.
looks like Axe is down.
Little shredder
Quite
clearing
dead,
up.
Good response there though by these Cthulu boys. They did a good job. I think the Lion was hoping to get a quick pick off, but wasn't aware that they would actually do their bottom four.
Lion did see him place that ward there bottom lane, so he's going to be aware of that. Should see a pick up of the sentry pretty soon. Mid lane, how are we looking? We have got a blink up on the Legion. Nicely done there, as Void is still going for this Battle Fury. Bottom lane, a lot of action looks like it could be happening, but I feel like they're not going to continue with this, are they? No, Lion finger up in 20 seconds. I think they should wait until that 20 seconds, and then you can look to get a pick up on either the Scrim or the Snap. I'm not sure. Mind you, you can kill Razor at this point. 600 to 700 HP. As it comes out.
I want to go in. Yeah, he's got the. See again. I mean, they're struggling to get the catch now. I think I'm just looking here at the vision. I wonder if they need to be coming around the other side of the jungle, trying to catch them when the lane's pushed. Because when they're coming straight to the lane, they simply walk away. That doesn't get the surprise back.
I'd like to see Legion to start maybe rotating and get a pick off on the offlane. He's got his blink up. He's not going to kill Void as is right now. So I mean, if he was to perhaps go run bottom and look for something there, as a Razor's just causing massive problems in mid lane though, sort of testing one another out, just dipping their toes in the water, saying, "You go, you go, you go." No one really wanted to commit to. Legion does press the attack, has got a blink up. Oh, there we go.
Okay, here comes the Chrono. He's going in, but he's not going to
Chrono Mortis is fantastic.
Oh, big stuff from Snapfire. Great. Can he get away though? That's Chrono down, but they are going to get the Legion. Big time. He gets the Ogre as well. What's going to happen here? They're going in. Ember, big time. That's 3 down for the side of TKP. That's 4. Oh man, Axe in bottom lane. Also going against the Razor now as they push mid at the same time. Oh no! Axe going to the trees, going to the forest.
I mean, Cthulhu just doing this seemingly better. Just their rotations just seem a lot quicker. They have a lot more better idea of what their team needs. Void doesn't need to lead this lane. Void's farming his Battle Fury. He's having a fantastic time. He doesn't mind trading farm while you let him farm. I think Legion should be running looking for duels. You want to get him 40 minutes in. You want to get that first duel at least now. You got to blink up. You got Silence you can work with. I mean, Grim's an easy kill if you blink on him.
Look, ideally, also as a Legion, I would want to pick up that blink quietly and reveal it with a kill. You know, I don't want 100%. People to see me in lane carrying it and then immediately know. You know,
I'm loving this pickup. I'm loving this bottle pickup on the side of Ember.
Yeah.
They did scout this rune out, this ward out at bottom lane. I'm not sure where they haven't gone for the D ward yet. I don't think you're gonna get a kill on this one.
Oh, misses the spike. Now he's gonna go inside of first, but he's a frog. He's
Legion has duel.
Snapfire now seems to be the focus of it all. He's silenced though. Couldn't get off the duel. What's gonna happen? Oh, Ember's out the way.
Ember able to just
fire man, that silence there. He couldn't get off his duel to get the.
Really well played by that Keystroke, silencing that Lion over anyone else. We could have looked to silence that Legion, silencing the Legion rather. No duel there. Fantastic play by him.
Yeah, that really.
This movement could have happened 5 minutes ago, but I'm very glad to see it now though. Doing really, really well. Axe looking for his blink, this would be a nice item for him to get. We opted for Tranquils first, but I mean, again, Void's happy with this. Void's got 200 gold to go before his Battle Fury. He's happy with that mid trade up that happened at that farm. He's saying, guys, don't worry, I'm level 12, Legion's level 10. We haven't got damage on her yet, we're alright.
Oh,
Him is
look, I
able
mean,
to transition. Silence the
Yeah.
Legion. Press the attack, gets it off. And they opting to just move it out. Just keeping the pressure on him, keeping on his toes.
yeah, at the
It's
same
just-
time, I mean, this Void farming nicely. I was just going to say, I mean, Sven's also doing a great job of farming, making great use of the neutral creeps, and he's doing well in his net worth, you know, considering the kind of score on the scoreboard. I think
That's
Sven's
true, yeah.
farming nicely. But
Only one
yeah,
point behind.
kind of they're hanging around mid here, not sure what they want to do again. Legion not really getting the opportunity to engage. I wonder, obviously too scared to jump in mid there when there's 2, and now there's actually 3 with Snapfire turning up. Meanwhile,
do
bot,
see
I wonder,
Void
oh,
got
looks like
taken
they're
by the way, so they're trying to-
rotating. I think they might be
Chrono
thinking
up,
about
I think
taking a
it's
fight here. They've got Void Flamiki coming in, hiding in the
that's cycling
trees,
with the
simply
Chrono is gonna
taking
be-
it easy.
Yeah, but I said they have smoked up, yes. I mean, if Lion shows, I think Lion's dead. Never Spirit pops in, light up this chain, and that's going to be a dead
And
Lion.
there's Razor, surely, yeah, he's dead.
Dead Lion.
Beautiful
that should be a
stuff. Now they
tier
go in. Here's the Chrono on 2, Ogre and Axe. Look,
One
nice
of
at
them
the
is
tanky, but great DPS. Oh, Snapfire.
That combo is
Get
fantastic.
out of
They
here. No,
they
that is
actually,
absolutely disgusting. Let's be honest.
have a little bit of
word.
that steamroll feeling again, man. They're working this methodically, looking to push a tier 2. They got 3 minutes before they crap this tier 2 and can then get an outpost. Sven trying to just get a little bit of farm for his BKB.
Yeah.
Legion looking for his blade mill. They could get a tier 2 here, get an outpost. It's 20-minute XP. That's a rough one.
Yeah. No, it's not looking pretty here on the side of TKP. I feel like Legion is now desperate for his first heal win, surely. I mean, it's coming. Oh, excuse me. There's the pooch in the background. Also feeling that Legion needs to go get in a fight. But yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, they've got a 5k net worth deficit. Not sure what the plan is now. They got to get a pick off and hope, or just have get an advantage and start a fight. You know, it's not looking good. I don't know what you would do. I feel like they need to go hunting with this Legion, get a smoke up, and just
100%. Go hunting with
someone.
Legion. When you see Void, go to the exact opposite lane that he is in. If you see Void
Yeah.
bottom, then head towards top and look for a blink dual win there on anyone. Because if there's more than one of you, you can get the dual win. You've got, I mean, Finger is already had 2 stacks on it, extra 80 damage on that, right? He's happy with this. A Legion dual Finger is going to be big damage.
Absolutely. No, I think that might be the plan here for them. I'm hoping. At the same time, Legion and Ogre kind of they're mid hastering on Legion. Both teams kind of just taking their time.
I mean, here we go. I'm a bit worried here for TKP. They're letting their timings get in the way. I mean, if you are Cthulhu, you do not want to fight without Chrono. You got your Chrono and your Kiss combo.
Lion's gonna get picked off very quickly here. Yeah, he's on his own. 3 there top for Cthulhu. And now they're probably gonna go for this top tower.
I mean, yeah, should be a nice easy tower. Working with all the tier 1s. Gonna head towards tier 2s, grabbing the outpost. Just again, slow methodical data. Doing really well. They've secured and they've shut down a lot of this map already for the side of TKP. So we do see them pushing onto this high ground.
They're going up on the high ground. Surely gets the duel off. Here comes the first one. Surely is he going to get the win? He does. There it is. The knight getting focused. Blade mail's up. Gets up
is coming through.
Oh man, looks like he's down. Didn't get out the way.
Cypher's really nicely there. It doesn't have anything.
Oh, they do get him off. Yes,
Void has Chrono in 4 seconds. Chrono in 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Oh, big stuff from Lion. Come on. Man, they get a team, full team
There we
kill.
go.
That was very big. Massive fight there.
On their terms, that was fantastic. That Chrono was literally a second away. That was damn good work there. Lion on 3 stacks. That was very nice bit. He's opting for a Tranquil straight Ags on the Lion. Not opting to save anywhere. I mean, he's going straight for that. He says, Sven, you can get your BKB. I need to do some big damage for us here. No Glimmer. No Glimmer again, indeed. The last time we saw No Glimmer, it was a risky one, but hey, maybe it'll work this time around. We're telling Sven and Legion to rely on themselves. You got a Blade Mail, you can get a BKB for yourself. I'm willing damage. Desolator, queued up.
I was just going to say, I mean, surely on the side of Cthulhu, they've got to get themselves a Glimmer. I think the Glimmer is going to come out from them. Yeah, it is, yeah. Because obviously against that Legion, it's just such a cheap item that can really help. But that was a great fight. I mean, I don't think Razor should have been going up the high ground there. It's a risky move. Obviously, they're feeling confident. Here mid, I don't know if something's going to happen. Legion's feeling cocky. He's going in. He gets the duel on the... Oh my word, he's going to take him. That's it. Oh, gets
Well
the duel
done.
win. That's
Those are
it.
huge wins.
40 damage. That's what we're talking about. You know, when he's in the duel, he can't chrono you, and that's what matters. I mean, that chrono is still there off cooldown, but like, what's it doing? It's in the graveyard.
But this is exactly what
Now
we're
they're
saying
gonna
now.
spam out the support. Snapfire just doing his thing along with the Grimstroke. Ember Spirit. Oh man, yeah, just like really
It's not a first
irritating
that
them.
Deso is rough.
Oh, no,
The
it is
fact
there.
that a Desert procs everything is actually it's a hell of a good work. I mean, that Desert proc across every single peer. I mean, it's a great item as well. We spoke about how big and beefy these boys were. Deso's going to do a hell of a lot of work this game. We do see
Absolutely.
Legion opting for his own Deso as well, so he's looking to just 3-4 hit somebody. But
Yeah.
yeah, exactly as you said. It's true. If he deals the void, he can't be chronoed. Simple as that.
No, that's what they're going to be looking to do. Again, you know, it's going to be up now. There's now the game's evening up on the net worth. I mean, it's only a 1k advantage or less than 1k. It's really not. It's negligible. This Sven is actually getting a bit out of control. It's like over 10k
He's doing really
net
well,
worth
yeah.
at the moment.
I mean, he has a hell of a nice swing around. I think if you're on Cthulhu now, you see the regroups. You see the regroup, smoke up together, look for the chrono with Mortimer's Kisses again. That's been working for you. Don't change it up. If it ain't broke, don't fix.
Absolutely. I mean, look,
and we have a smoke gank in this top jungle here, so maybe they're going to do exactly as predicted. Okay, Void has got, what's that, 1, 2, 1, 5 to go for his Axe. Invis rune here. Do they pick up Legion and look for it? Oh, this is via Legion.
Oh,
Legion, slightly missed. He picks up the... Did he pick it up?
Oh, he's in trouble.
Man,
What's
yeah,
he going to do? He's in trouble. He's stunned again. Going
Legion
down, he's running.
Razor's
Yeah, he's
damage.
taken. And now Axe is probably going to be cleaned up as well, but Razor getting stunned and, oh, taking him out.
Blind.
Big chrono.
There we go.
Big
Chrono Mortimer's.
Snapfire combo. The take out to...
Spending a lot down to this Eskimo here. BKB doing a lot of work.
Oh, look at this stuff. This Sven is not
4
a joke,
seconds.
but he's in the fight late.
Time walk 1 second.
Surely.
Yeah,
Oh,
time walk away.
unlucky. Oh, nice stun. The Sven is looking for blood. Look at that. Oh, the damage. Surely he's going to take him. Yep.
When this
That's the one.
Sven gets Ags, they're actually in trouble because they're kiting him really well right now. The second they can no longer kite this Sven, they're going to be in trouble. I mean, really well played there by Cthulhu with that sleight of fist and the void time walking to keep them separated. But I mean, if you're TKP, I think you're happy with this. Your Legion was smoked down by 5. Yes, he takes big damage there and whatnot, but I think he turned that around nicely enough. I mean, they expanded chrono. Again, Cthulhu playing really well though. They're using their chrono on anyone that's like, when it's 2 or more in a chrono, fantastic. They use that, they drop Mortimer's Kisses, and then your Ember comes in with a sleight of fist of the Deso and 1 to 2 to 3 fire elements. And it just really destroys the backline. If your line's caught out of it or your ogre, they're taking a lot of damage. But as you said earlier, that Sven with that BKB Echo is doing a hell of a lot of damage, a hell of a lot of work. He's becoming somewhat out of control. I do worry about what Cthulhu's going to do when they're off cooldown. If you're TKP and you see, okay, there's no chrono, let's go. Their big ulti's down. Let's look for something more here. We do see the Axe picking up his blink, Blade Mail coming in next. That's also going to do a lot of work. If he's called, he can't chrono. I mean, if you get a call to a duel, they can control this. All they need to do here is control this Ember and Void for now. Razor is slowly coming online, has a bit of yours. I mean, this is a big... This Void's almost got his... In 1-5, he's going to have that Axe, and that is a lot of damage. That extra time walk cost range is going to be a hell of an initiation tool. But again, TKP doing very well here. Really fighting this nicely. Turned it around since that early game. Seems to be struggling and have turned it around really nicely. Very impressed with them so far. Sven is... What's that? 2.4k ahead of this Void. Almost as a level 20. Stormhammer dispelling enemies selected over the lifesteal as his talent. We do see them grouped up here at this bottom outpost. They're looking for a smoke perhaps? Does anyone have a smoke on them? I do not see anyone with a smoke. They grouped a smoke, but I think maybe just realizing no one has a smoke. Or maybe they didn't group the smoke, just checking out the map. See what's happening.
Maybe just meeting up for a quick chat, see how they feel.
Yeah, social distancing's a myth.
Gold is a great conductor.
Yeah, a bit of time wasted down the side of TKP. Void.
Flaminky, yeah, he is. Is this his Axe coming on courier?
I think it is.
Indeed.
Yeah, it is. I know. Meanwhile, the Ags are still a little bit away for Sven. Both of them.
Lion has changed his mind and is opting for a 4-star to Glimmer.
Yeah, I think that's wise.
I definitely think it's the right choice. Maybe they're in the Discord. Very nice.
I wonder if they they just kind of got a sense that they don't want to be messing around against the. I mean, Cthulu have played really well this early game. Yes, TKP have started to turn it around, but they need some escape. They need a way to reset fights because they need to get their engagements right. If
Scan comes out, eh? They have Sky in them, they have smoked up, they know exactly where they are. Voice probably got Chrono, yes, Chrono, and Mortimer's Kisses get ready for it. You're gonna see two of them chronoed.
Oh,
Axe could be a solo pick off here. Stops the blink.
He goes in.
Static link.
Axe.
Oh, static link coming up. Line looking for an ulti here.
Here we go.
Duel,
goes in on the duel on.
Chrono ulti comes in, catches
he's gonna get him. Yes, he does. Big duel. When Chrono's in there. Sven, oh my word, Sven is doing big damage. They can't stop him. There's the stun. No, it's a big one. Buyback on Axe and Line. They're coming back in. They're looking for this opportunity. They know they need to get them now. Ember, he's going to get his way deep there, and he's probably, he's going to get away with it.
Just 500 CPs, nicely done. Did cost 2 buybacks. Time walked away as well. But, you know what? 3-for-1 trade. They get buybacks. I think you're happy. 3-for-3 with 2 buybacks. So you're happy if you're Cthulhu here. That Scan doing a lot of work for them there. If we look at the side of the Vision is mainly on the side of Dire. Just controlling that bottom jungle there, as they're looking to take their first tier 1 at 27 minutes. This is going to be a nice little net worth swing. Swing only at 3k now from where it was a few minutes ago. Very, very, very nice work here by TKP. Doing a lot of work. A lot of nice teamwork.
Yeah, this Sven is a problem here, and I think he's going to pick up his... I think his eggs is on the way, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably exactly what they were looking for last game. Yes, you're correct. That is going to be a big one.
Yeah. So that's
looking for the same sort of strategy as last game, just able to put it off a lot better. They've done a lot nicer as a team here. Like, stopping their lanes in that first few minutes, it seemed to do wonders for them. I mean, this is what they wanted for their spec. It's that the Sven has been able to fight a lot earlier. He hasn't had to rely on a Radiance or a Manta or a Diff, or he hasn't had to rely on these big items. He can get his level 6 with a Mum, Echo Saber, and thanks for coming. I can kill any one of your supports.
Yeah, and then from there, he's obviously just been able to win fights. He's been farming really, really efficiently. I mean, since the start of the game, even when the off lane went wrong, he just kind of adapted and found the farm, and he's a problem. I mean, look at him, he's massive. His I'm not even sure if his sword is another. It looks like Slardar. It looks like he killed Slardar and turned him into a sword. So that gives you the idea of how strong he's looking.
2 heroes damage.
That's exactly it.
We see a Sanj picked up on this on the Razor side here. I think he's going to be looking for a Hellbird to just sort of negate that Sven. That is a nice way to do it. Or even the Legion if he is caught in a duel. I think that'll work that way. But it's going to just do a nice little bit of work for this Sven. I do see that the Snap has an Invis Rune. He has got another smoke on him with Greaves. Could potentially look for another smoke gang. Void ulti up in 20 seconds. So I think just keep your eye out for that in about...
Yeah, no, this is looking like they are kind of grouping up slowly. We got the smoke, or an Invis Rune, sorry, on Snapfire. They are... Looks like they're all having a think about their next move.
Both teams stacking up nicely here. We have no smoke on the side of Radiant. Lion has just picked one up. Okay, Lion's going to smoke them up here. Legion ulti is up. Okay, all of them are smoked. We have the BKB ready, God Strength with that Ag Stormhammer. As we do see them move towards the bottom lane. Could catch out this Ember. He hasn't got a Remnant out. This could be a lot of trouble here.
Did they see them there? I think they might have seen them there under the... They had a Stenchi and a ward. And they're out the way, but Razor gets caught there by Legion. Finger of Death. He's down!
Beautiful. That telescope on that Lion with that. He's now got 5 Finger of Death kills. Go for the Ags, Lion. Let's go for the Ags.
Come on, do it. Do it for the team. Do it for us.
BKB on the way for this Void, hoping to just sort of dispel a little bit of those Sven stuns, just getting destroyed by them every now and then. Their Scan comes out nicely. They scan out that Snapfire. Snapfire does Mortimer's Kisses. Let's see if they're going to push high ground. Ooh, that's a blinking by that Void Spirit. Faces Void, rather. That bash in is really ridiculous with that Ags.
Oh, they're going in here, looking for it. Gets the call, gets... Oh, nice.
Chrono.
Double Chrono.
Phase it into the Chrono with that.
Oh, this is not looking good for TKP. Oh, look at that damage. Sven, man, come on, get out of here. You can't really get anyone. They've lost 4. Sven's got to get out now. He's in trouble. They can catch him.
I think Sven might need a Stormhammer to creep. He's just going to fight this.
Yeah, he wants to, but I think he's going to get caught out. I think this is going to be too much. There it is. They take him. That's all 5 down.
And exactly as we said a few minutes ago, what needs to happen here, all the Cthulhu's trying to do is catch 2 on an ulti, when they catch on an ulti, drop the Mortimer's Kisses on that ulti, and the Ember Spirit is going to catch that backline. That's exactly what happened there. Really unfortunate for that Sven getting caught out by the ult in the chrono. Void doing really, really well. Saw he was getting blinked on, was like, okay, you're coming into the chrono with me as well then, bud. Catching 3 of them with this Mortimer's Kisses doing big damages in AoE. But they just see it again, they're pulling their team fight off, executing it flawlessly. It's the same thing every single time. You're probably going to push it. If someone buys back, they might fall off. You can go for a rush.
I think Raids is interested in catching that tower bottom at the same time. I don't know if they can take this. It's really a bit risky. They're hesitating.
No need. They can wait another 80 seconds.
Yeah.
They can go grab a tier 2 bottom, tier 2 top, farm out the side of Raken's jungle.
Yeah, I think that's a better move.
Chrono again in a minute and 15 seconds. Mortimer's Kisses are ready whenever Chrono is. I mean, with that lower cooldown, it's going to be a nice little combo. And yeah, I mean, there you go. TF playing it flawlessly again, controlling that outpost. They got vision on both sides, both little eyes on the side of Radiant, showing them where they're farming, where they could be going. A nice little maneuverability on the side of Ember Spirit. He's able to get fire elements in and out wherever he wants to go, working Chrono in and out. I can time walk in and out. And again, TKP just being choked out a little bit, but again, they still have shown time and time again that they can take these fights very well. I want to see them do something now. They should see their Chronos out for another 30-40 seconds-ish. They see Razor bottom. Razor seizes them TPing in, unfortunately.
I was just going to say, Chris, that earlier in that smoke, you know, they had these, the wards down in the Radiant jungle outside of Cthulu. And they actually caught out that smoke when they were running through, and that's why they only managed to catch that Razor, and from there they got the team wipe. And that just goes to show that, you know, the vision battle is so important and often unspoken. And you can see on the side of Radiant now, there's tons of sentries getting put down. They're really trying to get a bit more control, because I think they get the sense that they were being watched there. They're smoking really good the way they wanted. Absolutely. Supports are kind of like forwards in rugby, you know, like the backline's there, and it's nice that they do come to the matches, but quite honestly, they could be perhaps replaced. You know, if you're sitting in the safe lane farming, you know, and having a good time, that's because your support let you.
Gave you that. No, fair enough. Majority of the time.
I'm speaking from a position 5 here, just saying.
No, I love position 5 and position 1, but what makes you the best carry is being a good support and vice versa. Being a good support shows you what you want from your carry, and being a good carry, you're like, oh, I wish my support would do this. Hang on, when I play support, I should do this.
Yeah,
I wish my Razor with the help there.
Oh, here we go, big deal. Is he gonna get him? Oh, big Chronos. No, he's not gonna win the duel here. Oh man, big Mortimer's Kisses. They catch the big. Oh man, they take out Legion, there goes Lion, there goes Ogre, they're all going down now. Oh man, team wipe.
Another team wipe, ultra kill on this. Yep.
Game again. Me. Oof, I don't know if they can come back. They get the buyback, they got Sven buyback, they're going to have to try and go for it somehow, by any means possible.
Yeah, Sven needs to buy back. I think they might give up the mid set of racks here, and then if they push for tier 4s, they'll buy back.
He probably wants to buy back with the respawn, so... But unfortunately now they are going to, quite rightly so, they're going to dive this Ogre, they're going to take him out. Now he's out for a full 73.
Nicely punished.
They're going to focus this mid. I mean, look, he did distract them for a second, but with that damage they just melt the Raxes. I wonder now if there is going to be a buyback.
I mean, do you just take a... I think you do. Take the mid Rax and go rush.
No
need to force this. You're well ahead. You got Crone up in a minute and a half. You got no pressure. There we go. They're heading back. I'm assuming to go straight into the Roche pit.
I wonder if they're thinking about taking either their those tier 2s in either lane, also probably on their mind. But first getting the Roche, push down maybe top, and then
100%
take another
Roche,
step.
Yeah, I mean, by the time they clear Roche and top tier 2, Chrono will probably back on cooldown, and Mortimer's Kisses definitely will be. So
yeah,
I'm sure they will be.
Okay, here we go. Lion gets the glimmer off, but he's dead, even though he does get the hex off on Ember. Very quick pick off there. Not ideal.
TKP needs to just stop. They need to concede this. Go, okay, hold up. We are not going to contest this Roche. We are not going to win this fight right now. Let's push out this bottom lane. Let's push out these side lanes. Let's try to redeem a little bit of map control. Regroup. We saw them. We should be popping a sentry in our base. They probably have wards in our high ground. just sort of reconnecting, regrouping. Okay, we had a really bad few minutes there, but they showed us in the first, what, 20 to 25, 30 minutes, how well they were doing in those team fights. They were taking those team fights really, really nicely. There was no issue they were having. They can't wait for this Chrono every time. As we see, well, we've got Chrono in 25 seconds. We're going to probably see him start moving towards top lane to push that tier 2. Mortimer's kisses on cooldown. And we'll see the same strat. They're popping the same thing each time. So I want to see TKP try to change it up. We see what's going to happen. Void's going to blink in, stun them with an Ags, cast the Chrono on at least 2 of them, while Mortimer's kisses come through, and Ember Spirit just slides at the back line with the Deso Chrysalis, and there's not much that they can do to answer it. They've got to try to change it up.
Absolutely. I mean, Ember is putting out some serious damage now. I mean, he's a big problem. It's great combo, obviously, with the Void.
Yeah, he is really, really doing that really, really nicely.
Oh, he's got an AC now as well. My goodness. Okay. I was talking about how strong he was before I saw the Assault Cure. So here's the smoke. I think they want to end this game now. They know that if they can win the next fight, that's game over.
It's about to happen. Butterfly picked up as well by the Void. And guess what? We have Chrono on cooldown. Just watch this here. We're going to see the Chrono come in on 2.
Here comes the clinic. Here it comes. He goes in. Okay, he's only got one here. They could engage. Oh, Ogre walks into it though. Or he's going to get saved there by the Lion. They've got a chance that they can get back to the high ground. They do have a, maybe with a buyback on Sven. Chrono's down. This is probably the most favourable.
I think Sven needs a buyback. They push this tier 4, but hopefully he's hoping they go for Megas. Okay, he's just calling it right now, saying okay. And let's back it up, saying no worries.
No, that's it.
You've got Chrono in 2 minutes.
How are they going to catch them? This is the problem now. They don't really have a way to. They've got to clear the creeps.
I mean, Sven...
Lion goes out again. Lion's going to get hurt. Surely.
Sven Stormhammer can, but they can just cut him out. The Sven Stormhammer can catch him quite nicely, but I mean, when they see it coming, they know exactly what's happening. They can
they're going to fight to the tier 2. It looks like they are. Interesting strategy. They're in trouble. Oh, here comes Ash. He could get the call off. Big, but oh my word. Ember puts out the big damage. Lion's down.
This might be
going in. Axe is down, and so is Legion. Buyback on Axe. Oh, man. It's not looking good.
The back line, eh?
Look at that. Taking them out, man. Take him out, Medora. Take him out. Getting revenge, but he kites him. He's going back. He's got that. Oh, man. That's big. Doesn't quite get it.
Triple kill on the side of SQ.
And I think so is Ogre here. He's not going to make it, surely. Oh, man. Very nice. Nice effort there from Ogre. He wants to go for the Razor, though. He wanted to do it. Oh, but he's gonna pay. Oh man, he wanted to get Impaler there. He thought I could probably get him with a quick stun.
I think we're gonna see a call deal, boys.
Yeah, I think this is.
Opting to try and fight on the low ground might have been a bit easy to hold on the high ground, but you know, got to try defend at some point. Just DF again, just taking these team fights on their timings, knowing their win conditions, and just fighting around them. They've this flawlessly again. I mean, it's not like Legion hasn't got damage right now, and that Lion hasn't got Finger of Death kills, just that they're not really doing enough anymore as the 5 with it. CF is doing much more on every hero.
Absolutely, I mean, now we've got a 29k gold advantage, so it's pretty much unstoppable.
It's not blinks forward.
He's going to try for the duel, but I think he's going to lose this one. Yeah, he does. Actually ends up giving some damage to Ember Spirits. I mean, look.
CF don't want this to end. Are they going to try to grab the tier 2 bottom here as well? They're not wanting to push this. They want to make this last. This could be... Maybe it'll be an error. Maybe it's going to give Decided TKP enough to come back to this game with this Sven. Force them to go back. They could be ending this, but they want to take everything here. They want to push this bottom lane in, grab the tier 2 there, then grab the tier 3. Yeah. No more points for taking buildings. Kudos in, boys, but perhaps they're feeling far more than confident enough here to just say, well, we got this game, we can take everything.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's kind of also just doing your, making sure that even when you are winning a game, you're feeling comfortable that you do kind of solidify the basics. Because if you do leave this tier 2 and they do win a fight under the tier 4s, I mean, then you kind of end up thinking, well, we obviously should have gone here and taken this out. So I kind of appreciate what they're doing. But at the same time, who knows? Maybe it does give them time. Now they've got everyone up, Sven's up in, 5 seconds. This is the final fight, and Chrono is obviously up.
We're going to see it again. We're going to see it again. Axe looking for the blink. He is in the bushes there, just scouting it out. But this extra time cost range is doing a hell of a lot of work for this Void. I mean, he could just cost in Chrono again. They've pinged it out. I think they might have seen Legion and Axe on the side of the bushes here. Axe blinks in.
Axe goes in on the Void. Are they going to catch him? Big damage, they get him, but that's Aegis down. BKB popped by. Oh my word. Legion's down. Razor is deep.
There we go. Mortimer's kisses.
There we go.
Kisses with the kisses with the kisses. There the
There
kisses.
they are, and that's gonna be it.
That's gonna be GG.
Surely 4 down. Oh, Ogre will probably survive there if he
There we
gets
go.
through.
G scored, just good for now. Perhaps the full GG coming. There we go. I mean, TKP for the first 25 minutes were looking. I don't want to say dominant, but like they could easily pull this off.
Yeah.
Cthulu did well to come to claw their way out of that little 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes gap there. Before we do, just give a sort of end of the game recap and say thanks to everyone who has been watching us today. Greatly appreciated. We are going to be done for today after this little recap of today's game, and we're going to be carrying on from tomorrow at 12:30 CAT.
Yeah.
Just for you guys to know who are keen on watching some more there. But yeah, I mean, with today's game, I felt Cthulhu in both games, they knew their timings, they knew their win condition, they executed flawlessly. It was so easy to even see what they were doing because they were doing it so well, but not easy to counter. Void was going to blink in, Chrono, Mortimer's was going to come in, Ember Spirit was going to pop the backline with the side of fists. You can see it, but it's so easy to see but not know what to do against it. I mean, TKP did really well.
I agree with you 100%. I think that also the thing is when yes, you know what they're going to do, but when they have the map control and they can control when they engage, and they can just keep so they can always use that combo when they need to. And they also, I think, did well to get the pickoffs, and they controlled the map well, the XP with the outpost. It was a great performance there by Cthulhu. But I think TKP will feel frustrated that second game. I think they really could have. There was a moment there. I think if they got the timings on the Legion and the Axe, the engagements with the Blink, I think they could have quite easily put their hands up like they did in this game. But unfortunately, Cthulhu just getting it in the end.
100%. But yeah, thanks again, guys, for watching. We will see you tomorrow at 12:30 CAT again. And well done to Cthulhu. Very well played. Unlucky TKP. You guys are very, very well there. Thanks so much for watching, guys.
Sweet. Cheers.